feel so good, I feel so numb.
And now, from the Cave of Wonders and recorded live in the presence of gods, welcome to the Rain Man Show.
All right, hello and welcome everybody to the Rain Man Show. We are back July 18th from a little bit of a hiatus, but we are ready. We are shot out of the cannon. Welcome to Cave of Wonders 2.0. Lots of unexpected changes and announcements. Right off the bat, we have to celebrate ourselves. I got to pat myself on the back for coming back a winner. We left losers with our tails tucked and our penis tucked as well.
Oh, Jesus.
And we came back full hard to announce that... What am I about to say? What am I going to announce first? There's just too much to announce.
Andrew is radio back? News?
No, not Andrew.
No.
How come when we do a mic check, Thomas, you sound beautiful, and as soon as we go live, he starts talking like a timid little bia?
I think Andrew sabotages me somehow and fucks with the chords. That's what I'm going to go with.
Seriously, what, are you not even projecting now?
I'm talking normal.
Oh, you guys going to have to talk, or I will fix the system.
It's not Andrew returning to the show, although I know there is apparently a big fandom for him now, ever since he was on the chopping block, essentially. That's what... that was it.
I might as well have been fired.
Might as well.
but the masses came through for Andrew.
They did.
Yeah. They did.
I was entirely surprised.
As was everyone. And I think mostly Mike, because you kind of fucked with his plans.
Like their usual dose of the Vortex. Maybe they want to travel the Vortex.
They say that now, and then in about 15 minutes, Mike's going to lose his shit. And everyone will be like, "Oh yeah, that's why he wasn't on the show."
You already lost his shit getting ready for the show. I come in, I'm trying to get back into. I know.
No, it's like have you seen like on CNN they have those like real time measurements during the debate, and when a person's speaking, and then we should measure Mike, because then every time he gets closer and closer to that edge because of Andrew, the gauge goes up.
You know what I think we need? I think we need to have a heart monitor on Mike that registers in real time.
He's going to die then.
So we can check an EKG reading after each Rain Man episode and sync it up to the timing and see if it's when Andrew talks, does his heart rate
That
increase?
is entertaining, but you got to remember, if Mike dies, the network dies.
Well, we don't want to kill him, but at least that will tell us if there's a risk of him dying due to Andrew.
Yeah, I'll be good for something.
All those years, we have the year-end show of those past souls that have passed on from the network, and Andrew
on from the network.
Andrew may be the iceberg that sinks Mike's Titanic.
Can we just move to passed on?
No. We're not going to have any of that. The actual good news, I don't know if Mike wants me to go into it just yet, but I'm going to start, is that unlike... It's a teaser.
I don't know.
You can now find the Rain Man Show on alternative means of listening besides Stitcher, Rain Man Digital Media, Blog Talk,
117%,
and iTunes. It's that additional 17%. Now you can listen to us officially on iHeart Radio.
Yeah.
Yes, round of applause. Not for any of you. Not for any of you. For Mike, that was a solely Mike endeavor. He's been working on that for...
You mean we don't get
No, shut the fuck up. You don't get anything.
Why?
We're part of...
He's been working on that for, years, I think, now at this point.
And then finally
I remember it
is now official. You can get the Rain Man Show on iHeartRadio. That is only the Rain Man Show at this time, but time will tell.
So does this mean that we get to celebrate like at the end of Return of the Jedi, with the Ewoks and the fireworks, and we start dancing? And
does that mean we start getting
Mike
paid?
doesn't want his neighbors to have more parties out front. You can't do the same thing, Tony.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, they are Ewoks.
Does that mean we start getting paid, or
no?
They look like Ewoks.
Well, you'll never get paid.
All right, fair enough.
You're lucky to be here. But no, you guys can now get us on iHeartRadio. And like we said, this has been a long time coming. This has been in the works for years, I think, at this point.
Question.
What?
Thomas.
God, what?
I am assuming then that since we're on iHeartRadio, that, for example, I have an Amazon Echo.
Okay.
And I have the app iHeartRadio. I could easily tell Alexa, please play Rain Man Radio on iHeartRadio.
That is my understanding, yes.
Yep. Ah, yeah, cool. That's really cool.
Yeah, so that has been a big step for the whole network, and we're hoping that it'll lead into more things, and eventually, guys, the other shows ideally would end up on the network.
Nah.
iHeart as well. No, just this is just you.
I don't think I'm going to put anybody else on iHeart. And the reason why is licensing. I'm just saying it right now.
Oh, okay.
There's way too much licensing dollars. The network doesn't make enough money. The reason why I took so long to even be put on iHeart is because of the amount of licensing it involves in terms of the music we use. So, for example, I pay for licensing for live music, ASCAP, BMI, all that stuff. iHeartRadio requires all of that. And in order to do that for every single show, it would be hours on end of work. And I just am not going to do it.
So what we need is to be bringing in more money and then have some staff that we can hire. Is that the idea? Yeah.
And another thing that we are now doing, and if you guys are listening right now live, not on demand, we always sound sexy on demand.
Oh, yeah.
But sometimes on the live feed, you can pick up the little watery sound of AM quality radio if you're listening live, because we usually broadcast between 48 to 64 kilobits, I should say. Now we are broadcasting at 128 kilobits. Every broadcast, every show on the RM channel 001 is now broadcasting at FM quality. Now, that is very expensive. It's gone up. So, but I had to do it because there's another announcement that I am not ready to announce quite yet.
So this is announcing the announcement?
You don't even know, Thomas.
I was going to say, I don't know.
Tony doesn't know. Andrew doesn't know.
That's not true.
And neither does David. Nobody knows who's in the studio.
The shadow knows?
The shadow knows what Michael's doing. He watches as he gets distracted from working on the radio in the back room by hot women on the tattoo inked video feed. That suddenly pops up when he's busy, and then he's not so busy, except touching his penis.
And he's a little more tired.
Yeah, dude, seriously, dude, that's distracting, man. Like, I'm trying to get work done, and now the tattoo Facebook page has started doing something new, where they share I don't know if it's like a partnership they have, but there's a new webcam service.
Facebook page?
There's I think it's Inked Magazine, I believe. But there's a new webcam service. You know, there was Chatterbait for a while, and those are still big. But now there's one called It's My Girl, I think. And the only reason why I know about that, because I really don't troll for this stuff, it just pops up on my feed. The Inked Magazine Facebook page now shares the videos that go live on It's My Girl Facebook page. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to have to unfollow Inked Magazine because they're showing these girls are in thongs, their boobs are hanging out, and it doesn't matter what I'm doing.
It distracts your work.
I could be on a deadline and I'll stop and watch. And I'm not being pervy about it. I'm not whipping the peen out. I'm not doing anything like that. I will just stop and I'll start watching. And 5 minutes have gone by, and I'm like, wow, I'm actually watching this bullshit right now. What is she talking about? I don't know. The volume is not even on.
It's like
I'm watching silent era television, minus the black and white and minus the fast-paced, ridiculous low frame rate. Makes everything look fast.
So it's directly destroying our workload.
It really is. I get distracted. Much like my entire announcement with the shadow. The shadow revealed to everybody that I watch It's My Girl Facebook. But no, so 100...
Oh my fucking God.
I know. Andrew just dropped a light in the studio.
I fucking said that was going to happen.
Why are you even reaching over there?
I was falling over and I went to grab it.
You were falling over and you went to
seated position.
Don't you fucking put this on me.
Hold on, Thomas. Andrew, why did you knock over the lamp? What were you even doing over there? Hold on. Andrew, Thomas, your question was, why are you even over there?
Yeah.
I was trying to catch myself from falling. That's what you just said.
The lamp from falling. Excuse me, I misspoke.
From a seated position.
My knee, I think what happened, my knee bumped this table.
I really don't care what happened.
That's fine.
Yeah.
It's Andrew.
I was trying to catch the lamp
only
falling on the ground. Did you want me to break the fucking lamp? Because I'll break the lamp.
Okay, so we're broadcasting at 128 kilobits because we have some potential syndication offers.
Ooh.
And in order to be accepted, we have to broadcast. And that was the first thing me and the rep went through was the content, but then also, of course, the quality, the sound of the quality.
Okay.
The sound of the quality of the sound. What am I, Yoda?
Apparently.
Yeah. So that's something we can look forward to. I'm hoping that these types of deals via iHeart and the next deal that we're looking at getting is the main purpose of those, Thomas, is just to kind of give us more eyes on the show. That's the biggest thing that we'll get from those. If we can add an additional 15, 20,000 listeners via a new syndication outlet, then that's a win. That's a huge success. That's more people saying, oh, I like these guys. These are more people saying, hey, let me subscribe or pledge to your Patreon rather than itsmygirl.com. It's My Girl, they do something new now. It's $10 to follow them.
Really?
It's weird. It's $10 to follow.
No, thank you.
Yeah. I can't imagine doing that. $10 to follow, although I almost did because I was curious.
Really, though?
I was curious.
You can get anything for free.
Not this one girl I was looking at. I Googled. All right. So lots of good things happening, some bad things. While we were away, the Rain Man Reaper struck again. We will get into that list. Bobby has a ongoing running list of total deaths throughout the year.
He probably should at this point.
No, he does. It's the same list that we read from a while back, a couple weeks ago or a couple months ago when we left the airwaves for a bit. He has added to it, and there's like 4 or 5 additional names. We're going to get into all that, but I'm thinking at this point, A, we have lots of power, and we just don't know it. B, we need to harness that power for good, meaning more money in my back pocket.
Contract assassinations for celebrities.
C, learn how to harness that power so we can get more chicks from itsmygirl.com. I swear I don't have a marketing deal with them.
You have a whole new agenda with them.
But definitely we got to get some shirts made. I think that's the next big gimmick for Rain Man show is the Reaper, the Rain Man Reaper squad. We need to get like a logo like Sons of Anarchy.
Ooh, that'd be sick.
Yeah, the Rain Man Reaper crew.
That'd be sick.
Yeah, but we are celebrating the death of people. I don't know if that's I don't know if that's a positive.
People need something to make them smile in this tragic time of sadness.
Hey, guess
and that's
what?
Where
Stan Lee's wife died. Smile about it. Come on, Thomas.
No, you need something to bring your mood up, so you might as well.
But she was up there.
And that wasn't, unfortunately.
What, Tony?
But she was up there.
In age, you mean?
Age, yeah. I mean,
at least it wasn't
it's
tragic.
sad, but it's not surprising.
Yeah, it could have been, much earlier in her life. That would have been tragic, but at least it's later at the twilight years.
The
sad fact is, Rain Man Reaper or not, the golden age of celebrities is in that demo of 60s plus, more likely 70s plus.
Yeah.
And this is just going to continue happening, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's a valid point. It's just, but we're hitting that every I'd say 5 to 10 years, you hit that span of time where people were all born around the same time that were celebrities and they start dropping like flies. But one person that I'm surprised has not got on this Reaper agenda yet that we probably should put there. And I don't want to be arrested for wishful thinking. I don't want, the coppers. I don't want the coppers to come to our home.
The fuzz.
Because I don't want the fuzz to come to our home or the studio with a warrant saying that we heard that you guys have some type of odd, weird power.
With the occult.
But I'm thinking the Rain Man Reaper should go after R. Kelly next.
Okay, why?
Well, allegedly, he has started some weird sex cult where he's holding women. They can't go.
What?
Yeah, they're not being allowed to leave his premise.
This guy's insane.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was funny when he was pissing on him a little bit.
It's hard to pee on them if they're moving.
Oh man, you gotta have good aim.
You gotta hit that moving target.
Yeah. No, I mean it was funny and it was a ha. When he got caught on video peeing on a girl, and it was obscene, I guess, in the grand scheme of things. But guess what? That's what some people do behind closed doors. They fornicate and they pee on each other. That's just what the golden shower hour, the wake your goat ass mouth up. That's what people do. It happens.
Water sport.
Yeah. So R. Kelly's holding 6 women against their will in a cult. According to their parents, R&B singer R. Kelly is holding 6 women against their will in an abusive cult, according to the parents of several of these young ladies.
So this is how David Koresh started. So, are we saying that R. Kelly's going to be the next David Koresh?
I might follow.
I hope so,
I might follow R. Kelly.
That means the feds will go after him and he'll die in a fire.
Oh, my Lord. According to the parents of several of the women and to 3 former members of the Kelly's inner circle whom BuzzFeed interviewed. Look at them with a hard-hitting interview. Mm-hmm. 6 women live in properties rented by Kelly in Chicago and Atlanta suburbs. The report says sightings details from Cheryl Mack, Kitty Jones, and Asante McGee, the 3 former Inner Circle members. He controls every aspect of their lives, dictating what they eat, how they dress, when they bathe. That part could be kind of sexy. When they sleep, and how they engage in sexual encounters that he records. I mean, okay.
I think you knew what you were getting into.
Now, if these women are not underage and he has some type of, dick power over them, then that's on them. They're consenting adults who love the D. And they're being controlled. There's plenty of both men and women out there who stay in odd, abusive relationships because they are either D-whipped or pussy-whipped. It happens.
Well, there's also people who...
being D-whipped, Andrew?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Mushroom stamp?
Potty?
Yeah. What did you call it?
Squatty potty?
Honey pot?
What? A honey pot
is a different thing, idiot.
Isn't that like a police
thing?
It's
the opposite gender, but yes.
It's like a honey pot.
Sting operation.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are you calling it?
Honey pot.
A honey talk
dicking?
In the microphone.
I am on top of the microphone. I'm practically DTing the microphone.
It does.
You've never heard of honey pot or honey dick?
All right, you know what?
Thing.
Tony,
Yes.
Can you Urban Dictionary that really fast, just so we can prove Andrew either right or wrong?
Or Andrew's gone crazy.
Yeah. Is this part of that gay, like...
I think we just got a window, like a peek in behind the curtain.
I'm wondering if this is like the Yahweh porn he was looking at. I wonder if that's part of that. Is this the stuff that your dad walked in on you looking at?
He caught you with your dick in a honey jar, didn't he?
No, he did not.
Like something out of American
Pie. He did not catch me Winnie the Pooh.
The porno version of Winnie the Pooh.
Okay, wait. The honey pot, right?
Look up honey dick first.
Honey dick?
Honey dick.
Jesus Christ. What the hell are you looking up?
It's the Vortex right here.
Yeah, but you know why it's the Vortex? Because I get sucked in because I'm interested.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, what is it?
Oh my God. Okay, here we go.
This is honey dick.
I can't believe there's an entry for this.
Of course there is.
Okay, honey dick. To seduce a person and use them for your personal agenda. Coined in the movie The Interview.
Huh.
Dave, she honey dicked me. She used me to take out Kim Jong-un.
And then honey pot is just a gender swap.
Okay. Are you being serious?
Yes, I'm being serious.
What if you don't believe in genders? Then you can't.
Then you're a moron.
Oh, come on.
All right, fine.
Traditionally, the term is used to seduce a criminal or some other spy or something like that.
But the pervs of the world
have turned it into the sex S&M fantasy. Okay, but here's the same thing. There are people who, on whether or not it's up to you, if you enjoy that, that's what people do. Some people like that slave master mentality, and that's really what this sounds like. He tells them what to do at all times.
Yeah,
they get, I'm assuming they don't pay rent and they don't pay for the food, and they have a free life essentially.
Judging by R. Kelly's character, he's always preyed upon. Is he a predator? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Is he preying on certain individuals that would allow this? Absolutely. Are they likely being held against their will? No.
Yes.
You really think so?
I genuinely.
You think they can't escape? You think his sweet cornrows is holding him down?
Maybe he's using like emotional or mental abuse to like make him feel bad. Oh, if you leave me, you're never gonna get what?
So using the context from this article presented here, this is absolutely a cult. Okay. Cult leaders take power, and like the way they get to power is by robbing people.
I understand that,
but it's not a sexual.
Andrew, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
There's a psychological aspect to this, and it could be considered, and most definitely, I would agree, is some form of abuse. But they are allowing it. They're consenting adults. You can't really do anything about it. It's no different than if someone were to join a cult church. And the family says, oh, my God, you don't spend time with us anymore. Let me call the police. They're not celebrating Christmas. Now they're celebrating some weird holiday and they're fornicating with goats. Like, It doesn't matter. If they're consenting adults, there's really nothing you can do. If their life isn't in danger, the police really can't do anything. Because I'm sorry, but urine, if he's peeing on these girls, guess what? There is no danger to their life.
There's a psychological makeup of the cult itself that robs people of their decision-making process and effectively holds them prisoner.
But this sounds far more like a weird master-slave sexual fantasy because a cult traditionally has some sort of mantra or doctrine they live by.
His mantra is to get his dick sucked.
Well, that's his mantra.
Even Manson, wasn't it hard to get him truly prosecuted because he really didn't do anything.
He killed 2 people.
They had to. They never proved it. They could never prove it. The thing he went to prison for, again, I'm not a Manson
aficionado,
but from what I remember, they had to convince the jury that he truly was controlling the people in the cult that murdered for him. That's a whole other scenario. If R. Kelly's peeing on girls and then saying, now kill that bitch over there, that's different.
Oh my God.
Then we got a problem. Houston, we have a problem. If R. Kelly's telling you to urinate and kill somebody, then we have an issue.
The fun fact about Manson, he's up for parole this year.
Thank you, Andrew. I wish you weren't up for parole. Speaking of people I wish would die, besides Andrew, there's a douche at my gym, Thomas.
Again?
Yes, there's a new breed of individual that's now circulating the gyms, and you need to look for them. Very dangerous. More dangerous than R. Kelly. More dangerous than even Charles Manson.
Is this a public service announcement?
It is the individual that asks you to take a snapshot of them while they're doing an exercise. That's more dangerous than R. Kelly.
Really? Okay, hold on. So technically, is that Ryan?
I walked past the guy. No, that's a little different.
Because he's not filming him in the gym. Someone else is.
With Ryan, they're recording their progress, which I can get behind that. Like, I'm okay with that.
Like doing form checks and
stuff? Yeah, just recording the progress, saying, hey, look at this is what I look like now, this is what I look like then, and they're trying to motivate themselves. This guy was full on trying to do the selfie face, and he's posing as he's about to flex really hard with the cross.
Getting the lighting.
Yeah, doing the crossover maneuver for his chest, for his pecs, making sure they're really tight. And the guy stops me. And I thought, I'm very polite to people at the gym. And I thought he was going to ask me for a spot.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, yeah, what's up, buddy? I have headphones on, blasting music. I can't hear anything.
Right.
So I said, sure, what's up? And he's all like, oh, thanks. And I'm like, for what? And he's all, oh, can you take a photo of me really fast? And I looked at him.
Like, are you fucking serious?
And I handed the phone back to him, and I just walked away. And he felt stupid. You could tell. I saw his face in the mirror in front of me. He didn't say anything rude to me. He just kept working out, and I think he felt stupid. I'm like, good.
So he didn't get your number.
No, I'm like, this isn't. You're not a Japanese individual, tourist visiting New York City. I'm not going to take your picture.
You're a grown man.
You're at a gym. Work out.
Take photos later.
Those type of people should just die.
Yeah,
I would laugh if he walked out the gym and got hit by a car and died. In fact, can the Rayman Reaper go after him, please?
Oh,
who do we have to pray? How many pigs do we have to sacrifice for him to die? Drop down dead.
More than we have, I presume. We can't aim this bomb we've unleashed.
Yeah. So. What's that?
It just hits people.
No,
neither can North Korea.
We can't control. We can't control it. We can't harness the power.
We unleashed something.
We did at the very start of the year. Yep. We really did. We opened up a portal, much like Hellboy, and we didn't like what came through.
Nope.
And now we can't put it back. And now the whole world is at risk. I don't know.
It's all that chaos magic.
Yeah. So enough with fake news. I think it's time to worry about fake radio. Fake Game of Thrones hype from local radio hosts is so fake and contrived.
I know who you're talking about.
Go on.
Okay. So if people don't know this, at radio stations, and I don't know if you're privy to this or not, there's typically the producer will have hot points for the DJ.
I know the website they use.
Trending topics. And they say, hey, during your broadcast, make sure you mentioned A, B, C, and D because they're trending. It's what everybody was watching last night. It's what happened. It's a viral video on that, on what's that place called? World Star, or it's the latest viral from Chive. and they have to do it.
It's an aggregate, yeah.
If they don't, they usually get fired. The DJs have to do it. And a lot of times these DJs don't even know what they're talking about. And I threw my headphones because I didn't have my system with me, my usual listen.
So
I'm listening to listen locally, which is always a mistake. But it's no wonder when I listen to local radio, I no longer wonder why radio is dying. Why talk radio and radio as a industry is dying, because that's the kind of garbage they have on local radio. I never can understand or comprehend the appeal of this local radio. But this guy starts talking about Game of Thrones, and you can tell he probably never even watched the episode. And he has the yuck down.
Yep.
He's immediately...
Is there multiple of them, or is there only two?
There's the heckling, like, backup crew.
Yeah.
Like, basically the radio version of a backup homie, a Facebook backup homie.
Yeah.
It's the radio version.
I know exactly the people you're talking about.
It's the morning zoo feel. And you're talking, and he's like, yeah, everybody, welcome back. I'm still reeling. I'm still reeling from last night's Game of Thrones. Man, that was some premiere. I mean, Khaleesi was on fire.
No, that was season 1.
See, and then Tony fucking laughs, and that's why you have ratings.
That's what he said. And I'm like, okay, first off, you're reeling. Nothing happened in the season premiere. Literally nothing.
Shame.
Nothing with her either.
Khaleesi was on a boat.
The antithesis of fire.
The entire episode, she was on a boat.
So she wasn't really burning.
Shame.
No, that was season 1.
I was talking about her looks, Tony. I mean, she was on fire.
God, she's so hot.
Don't
Really?
try, Andrew.
I think she's absolutely...
Vortex. Back away.
I don't really think she's that attractive.
Oh, man.
You don't?
No.
She's so pretty.
Oh my god.
I think she's annoying, and I like her in the show, but she seems, I don't know if she's a good actress.
Her
because
eyebrows.
I don't mind. Okay.
It's like a fucking peanut gallery.
Who looks at eyebrows? Oh, eyebrows are so hot.
No, it's because they're the wrong color.
They're
whole
super
thing.
expressive.
Shut up.
I'm warning you guys. Stay away from the Vortex. Continue on with the conversation.
Yeah,
as
let's
if he's
listen to
not
Tony.
here.
Let's just listen to Tony on this one.
Ignore the Vortex. Continue
radio
on with your-
jocks.
Yes.
Okay. No, I want to talk about this now.
God damn it.
Oh boy. Hey Thomas, see, there's just
You have a point
hypnotic powers in the Vortex.
You can just move on.
All right. What do you want to talk about with it?
Trying to fix your sound for a
I
second.
know.
No, so she, like, Khaleesi always looks like, okay, you know how when someone doesn't know how to act and they know when a camera's on them and it's like action and they have that knowing face? She always has that smirk on her face that she knows the camera's on her. Is this my close-up, Mr. Director? And she has this permanent smirk. Next time you watch the show, look, you could see it in her eyes. She always has this smirk. She never has a straight face. The only time she had a straight face was when she was being plowed by the big old
Khal
dude,
Drogo.
by Mimosa.
Yeah.
That was the only time she had a straight face. The rest of the time, she has this face of, like, she knows the camera's on her and she has that slight smirk. The Mona Lisa, if you will.
I think she does have some scenes that are weaker than other actors on the show, but I think A, I still think she's hot, and B, I think she does a great job.
There's
with
plenty of
certain
hotter
scenes.
people on that show.
Yeah.
I think when you have a show filled with good-looking people, I think you get lost. And maybe if she was on a show, on PBS, maybe then I might say, yeah, she's pretty hot because she's surrounded by a bunch of non-attractive people on Downtown Abbott. What's it called?
Downtown Abbey.
Downton Abbey.
Yeah, what's it called?
Downton Abbey.
Downton Abbey. So, yeah.
Hey, there's some great golf here in the Carolina.
Thank you, Mr. Thank you, Mr. Geico. But there's so many more attractive people in that show. Like the Red Witch lady, she's. Oh, you were. Are you sure
a
not
homosexual?
Thank you, Tony. You said it for me.
Maybe it was the midnight demon baby birth scene, or
That was
maybe
hot.
it was the
I'd give her a demon baby.
bastard son midnight rape. Could have been that.
Wait, the midnight rape? What?
With the leeches. You don't remember that?
Wait, what?
Melisandre, straight up.
Well, this isn't the
rapes
Game of Thrones show.
Yes,
all right?
it is.
No, this isn't.
It will be.
We'll just stop.
Weren't
don't
we
wanna be
just
those
talking
jocks.
about a radio show that we were making fun of them because they were talking about
Oh, she was on fire.
Yes. Oh boy.
Yeah, so Game of Thrones, Ed Sheeran deletes Twitter account after Cameo mocked.
Yeah, he got a lot of hate for this one.
Well, because it was kind of very in your face, like, hey guys, it's Ed Sheeran, put your hands together.
But I will say, he wasn't so bad on it.
No,
His
he was
little
very
bit
good.
was fine. It was the entire concept of let's have a cameo with him up close.
It was just obvious.
Yeah.
It was obvious. And listen, dude, if you can't take the heat, get out the kitchen. Welcome to 2017, Troll Central. You made a cameo on one of the most popular shows in the world. People didn't dig it. You're going to face a little scrutiny. Just deal with it. But he tucked tail. He tucked dick and ran.
He's stayed away from social media before.
Yeah, he can't take it, dude.
No.
He's too emotional.
Oh, he deleted
his Twitter account and then came back the same day. He's got some issues. If you're deleting your account, coming back a few hours later, I think that's a sure sign of instability.
He deleted all of his tweets except for 3 of them from 2013.
Yeah, he has some issues. And let's face it, the guy isn't very good looking. Just because you have a nice voice, dude, you're damn fucking goofy looking. He's one step up from Seal. Like he's poor looking. Dude, he's poor looking. He's got the lazy eye. He's got the crazy comb over. He looks like the leftover semen of Trump Jr.
Oh my God.
Jesus.
Hey, the Rain Man Show will be right back.
Michael sucks. It's a brand new day. It's a brand new day.
Have you ever wanted something so bad that you do just about anything for it? Well, that's exactly how we feel about you. That's right. AdamandEve.com wants you so bad. We're giving you 10 free gifts with your first order. You heard me right. That's 10 free gifts to spice up your love life. First, you'll get a sexy surprise for her. Second, an adventurous toy for him. And third, a little something we know you'll both enjoy. Plus, you'll get 6 full-length adult movies on DVD. And number 10, free shipping on your entire order. That's 10 free gifts for you shy types who've never tried Adam and Eve before. Just go to adamandeve.com and select any one item. It could be an adventurous new toy, a sexy piece of lingerie, or anything you desire. Just enter offer code DEAL30 at checkout and you'll get all 10 free gifts, including free shipping. That's offer code DEAL30. That's DEAL30 at adamandeve.com.
All right, patreon.com/rainedmandigital. Help us get to the next level. I want to thank everybody who has pledged. We have definitely taken some big leaps over our 2-week break.
That's good. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, we do have some new tier options available to you. We have a t-shirt lovers tier where you can now get a new t-shirt, Rain Man Digital style, mailed out to you every single month. And when you pledge, you also get all the bottom tiers as well that accompanies. We also have a Play It on Rain Man Digital tier as well, where if you have your own podcast, you want to get on the network, you pledge, your show will now play 4 hours a month on our show, once a week, 1 hour. Also, a co-host and jam tier. You can now co-host with your favorite show.
And who doesn't want to sit and talk with us?
Yeah, so you can be 2 to 3 shows a month, either DC on CW or Supernatural The Crossroads or even Rain Man.
Ooh.
So head over to patreon.com/rainmandigital.
It's kind of like a piñata filled with condoms. It's the Rain Man Show with Michael Flores.
Do you recall not long ago when you would walk on the sidewalk? Innocent, remember, all we did was care for each other, but the night was warm.
All right, so Thomas, we got some events coming up that I think people are going to want to mark on their calendars.
Yeah, they should.
I have gotten the approval from Andrew.
Did you need it, though?
No, but I also didn't want to be sued because I don't think of these things when I'm planning these events. I don't think of death or lawsuits. It was, I believe, Bobby or you that said I should probably get a waiver or just...
That was me, yeah.
Yeah, something signed just in case Andrew passes out and dies in the hot box. I don't think of those things.
We'll just forge it.
Is that careless of me? Is it show I just don't care, or am I just thoughtless?
I think it shows that you care about the show more than Andrew.
Yeah, I care about entertainment. I can't rely on Game of Thrones and Khaleesi being on fire to entertain people. I have to torture my hosts.
That just shows that you're willing to go to the next level.
Yeah. So I did get approval as Andrew walked into the studio. Actually, he sent me a message, surprisingly, Thomas, in the Facebook group page for Rain Man Digital. He sent me a message asking if today was going to be the day that I put him in the hot box. I was like, well, look at Andrew listening to the shows.
And wanting to participate.
And wanting to get hot and sweaty.
Well, he always
in
wants
front
to
of
do
a
that.
lot of men.
Yeah, that's just a regular Tuesday for him.
Yeah. So he came into the studio and I said, so is it okay? And I didn't even finish the sentence. He said, sure. So I don't know
you
if
could have gotten away with anything.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to do it now. It took away half the fun. I wanted to. I like.
Maybe if we whip him before we put him into the hot box.
I like the chase, Tony. I like the chase a little bit. I like to be denied.
Oh, Jesus.
Just
We're
a bit.
learning a little bit about Mike.
Well, and that goes with anything. It's not sexual. It goes with anything. Like when someone just gives it up, I'm like, oh, well, there goes the fun.
Right.
He should have got on the mic and played a bit and said, no, I'm not going to do it.
Or I will, but I have to first talk 5 minutes about, some charity or this research for autism.
Research for autism.
Like one of those things he just goes off on a tangent about.
Yeah. So approval has been given. I will have Andrew sign a waiver still. Or disclaimer saying we're not liable if he has a brain aneurysm or any type of, permanent damage. With any luck, and hopefully his dad will be very happy if this happens. No, hold on. With any luck, he'll actually almost die and come out normal. You never know.
Oh, my God.
Oh, nice. The brain damage will make me a normal person.
Yeah,
right.
That could happen.
Can you target the autism center of the brain and just...
We'll try. We'll just keep hitting until something works.
I'm not sure why he's suddenly very quiet.
He's talking about the mic and he hasn't noticed.
Jesus Christ.
It's been a month. Since I've been here.
Do you do that with sex? Do you forget to where to put the penis in?
Wrong hole. Sorry.
Oh, it's been a while, honey. Oh. Or, sir.
There's been so many men in between you and me.
It's been a while, sir. Sorry. I mean, ma'am.
Wait, which one of us gets
I
filled?
haven't had that smell in a while.
Oh.
So the Essence of Andrew test. We need to think of something else. The Essence of Andrew challenge.
There we go.
The Essence of Andrew challenge will happen next week live on the air. It will be videoed.
Oh, God.
Andrew will be in the hot ADR room. He will not take a shower that day or wear deodorant. He will sit in there with a microphone and a chair and his computer, same setup, and he'll still participate in the show like it was any other show. Except none of us will be able to see him because he'll be locked away.
It'll be the best show
in a hot box.
I do like the idea of not seeing him for a little bit.
Yeah, I do too. I think it's I think it's something that if I end up liking it, I'm going to end up purchasing something I found online. I found this glass aquarium for drummers. It's so you can have the sound stay enclosed.
Yeah.
It's only $2,000. And I think I might buy it and I might put it and I'll have Andrew sit in there.
The thing is, I think it'll give us an idea of how the listeners feel, where you're having a conversation and all of a sudden this fucking little voice will chirp out of nowhere that you didn't see.
So the Essence of Andrew challenge, and if anybody forgot how we will be doing this, is we're going to have random sniff tests. Random sniff tests. Or sniff checks. Sniff checks? Yeah, sniff checks.
That sounds like a terrible cereal.
Yeah. We'll have random sniff checks that will go, one of us will go in there, and we're going to have to play rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah, or pull straws or something.
I think... Okay, maybe that. Maybe we'll draw straws. If someone can do the straws, if they don't, Bobby doesn't come in with those, then we'll have to do rock, paper, scissors. But either way, one of us, you, me, or Tony, or even David, will have to stick their nose, no touching. He will lift up his arm slightly. Just a little bit. Look, he's already posing for the camera right now, showing us what. Go ahead, show us what you're going to do.
He's going to molest somebody.
Hey, David, can you give us a little? Is the camera on him yet? Put the camera on Andrew and Thomas. Why don't you stand up?
I'm already declaring that I want to be uneligible for this test.
And give us a little preview. Give the video audience a little bit of a preview here of how you would. You know how when you two men reach for each other, who leans in first for the kiss? I want to see Thomas lean in for the sniff. Thomas, lean in for the sniff. You don't have to hold your breath. Go on a count of 3. Ready? 1. Big deep breath. Deep breath first. Deep breath. No. Deep breath. Deep breath. He makes everything worse.
Already from here, man.
Oh my God. How do you stink, Andrew?
My car has no air conditioning.
It does. Okay, let me fill you in on something, Andrew. I can go to the gym, run 2 miles,
Sure.
and guess what?
You don't smell.
I don't stink.
Sure.
So you have a problem.
That
Then.
was unprecedented.
It's usually a chemical balance, like a little bit of a chemical imbalance with your body. Bad eating.
Damn dirty.
I eat like dirt.
Yeah, that's
Because
probably
the
what
air
it is.
conditioning is
Thomas,
on.
you didn't even do it. Don't try to get out of this. Don't even talk.
No,
I'm turning your mic off.
God damn it.
Yeah.
No mic until you do it. No, Andrew, go sit down on your chair, you freaking baboon.
You fucking dirty honky.
Now, Thomas, you stand up, take a deep breath on the count of 3, like you're going underwater. Okay? Like you're going. I'm R. Kelly and you're the little girls. Listen to me. Okay? I want you to, like, you're going underwater. Like, you know when you're learning how to swim, Thomas? And you got to go 1, 2. That's what I want to do. I want to hear the. Ready?
I might vomit.
So no. I don't want you doing that on him breathing in. I want you to suck it up. I'm allowing you to hold your breath. All I want is the lean and sniff. You're not going to actually sniff. I just want to get the idea of what it's going to look like for a preview. Okay, so you can hold your breath now. Okay, you get it? Okay, so 1, 2, 3. There we go. He's dunking in, leaning in, showing us, previewing us. Giving us a preview, I should say. One more time. I missed it. All right, so that'll go on Patreon a little bit later. A little preview of the lean in and sniff. And I think we also need to set some parameters on how deep of a sniff it has to be. Like, is it a...
No, it's a sniff, not an inhale.
So you're not getting high on it?
No.
I could. That's how bad your mic is right now. I just thought you were on.
You know what it should be? The deeper you have to smell, the later it goes on. Because you're the one who had to pull the straw last. Like more of a punishment the longer you go.
Wait, hold on. So as we approach the end of the show.
So the first
the smellier he gets.
Yep.
Oh. I like that.
The first sniff is the first one, but it's also the
you always
least
remember
smelly.
the first one,
right? But if you dodged the sniff all the way until the end of the show, you have to take the big, deep breath.
Yeah,
with bucket in hand, because we are in an air conditioned area, and you are already bad. That doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
Like, Thomas, you could go outside and run and wouldn't stink, right?
I'd like to think so.
In fact, you and Tony are the only two people, and David. David sometimes smells like food. like I always know when he just got done eating a bunch of Filipino fish heads, because he sometimes smells like fish heads. And then not in a dirty way, like it smells like food, not like dirty pants. It smells like dirty fish. But like, you and Tony are the only two gentlemen in this network that doesn't smell. So
Thank you.
I'm not saying everyone who walks in here smells, but I'm saying there's always an occasional time when there's an odor.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially from Ryan, which I think is odd because Ryan's a fairly decent, good-looking guy, but sometimes he really smells.
But here's the thing about Ryan. He is full-blown just a dude.
Yeah, that's true.
And he doesn't care if he stinks, kind of thing. So
I lather up. Like after I take a shower, first thing I do is I saturate my body with all types of female lotion so I can smell good, because that stays better with you and more fresh than the male cologne body wash. I don't know if you agree or disagree.
Yeah, that's more for going out.
Yeah, exactly.
It smells good for that right then in the beginning, as the night wears on.
And that keeps you fresh.
Yeah,
you never know when you might get some head. You got to always smell good.
I just realized, too, that you have no armpit hair.
I shave. Because of this exact reason. So I don't...
Wait. So you're saying you shave?
Yeah. That's what he
so
said.
you don't smell?
No,
So it's not working.
I should theoretically it'd help.
Right.
Theoretically it should. It doesn't for him.
No, but I don't sweat, and I think that's part of the reason why I...
That makes no sense.
Bad.
You'd be dead.
Yeah, I understand.
You don't sweat?
I don't sweat.
What do you
at
do?
all.
You pant?
No, I don't sweat at all.
Andrew pants.
We'll find out next week how much you actually sweat.
Yeah. It's not like face dripping sweat. Like my back.
No one
a little
cares.
moister, but
Speaking of Andrew, if you haven't got enough of the Vortex tonight,
Jesus.
Shortly after the show, don't go anywhere when the show ends, because we're going to take a 2 or 3 minute break, and we're bringing back the No Talent post show. If you remember, we did that with Seth Gandrud for the Men with No Live days, and Andrew is going to host the No Talent post show right after the Rain Man show. He'll do a brief recap of all the things we talked about, his own opinion on things. It's only going to be about 10 to 15 minutes, so you don't have to.
That's what it normally is, but with Andrew, it could be a whole extra show.
Yeah, we should probably rename it to like the Autistic No Talent post show.
The Autistic Hour.
Yeah, the autistic wrap up of Rain Man. Yeah, that might work.
I'm just
might
gonna
have to rename it.
I'm just going to turn it into the Game of Thrones.
No, please
chat.
stop. Also, the Chili Pepper Challenge, we will be doing it. I'm not sure yet. I don't have the date, Thomas.
Okay.
Because I'm not going to bitch out on this.
This is where we eat. Which one was it?
Hot chili peppers. It has to be when the show's over, obviously. We're not going to be able to cope.
No.
And we're going to have to bring in I guess individuals that can host, because I'm not going to. Tony, me, Thomas, Andrew, we're all going to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, so we need other people to be.
We're going to need Lauren, which I trust, and possibly Bobby.
Yeah.
Come in, and they can take over the hosting abilities towards the end of the show and kind of narrate what's going on. I only trust Lauren in my seat for Rain Man, because I know she can talk, and Bobby's a good co-host for her. So I think they would work.
Well, there's not many other people, too.
Well, there's Ryan, there's Angelica, there's Clint, there's Dustin Lucas, there's...
But they can't come in to the studio for that.
Right. Ryan could come in.
Do we know what pepper we're going to be using? Are we going to be using...
I'm going to leave that up to you.
Ooh.
Because
do
you're
I
the
have
pepper
a budget?
guy. Do you have a budget?
$4.
Sounds like
$4.
Sounds like a girlfriend. Ooh, I get a new pair of shoes. How much can I spend? How much can I spend?
I request a $20 budget. $20 will get us 2 Carolina Reaper peppers.
We don't need those.
I don't want anything genetically altered. I want natural. That was the whole point of the last discussion. I remember I was impressed by some of the heat, and then I found out they were like genetically made that way. Sure. I want natural peppers, natural heat.
I still don't trust Andrew with this.
Yeah, he's going to put like semen in it.
Yeah.
I put something special in it.
They're stuffed peppers.
My semen's hot and spicy.
Yuck.
Yeah. Also, I already talked to Maggie about this, and she said, so we'll see.
What does that mean?
I want to do a burger contest.
Oh, God.
We have to do it. And it has to be when when Angelica comes back to Arizona, because I want the girls in the network to do the burqa contest. So we'll have Angelica, Lauren, and Maggie all try on burqas, and we'll have them walk, and we'll do a little catwalk, and we will grade which one carries the burqa better. Wears it better.
This is a terrible idea.
No, it's not. It's amazing. Plus, I have a fantasy for burqas now.
You got a new fetish, and that's why you're doing it.
Hey, it's for the guys on the network and the ladies that like ladies. Give me a break. So we're going to have the burqa catwalk. Maybe I can find a good... Maybe I can Google Translate catwalk to...
God.
Farsi? Is that the language they speak? But I asked Maggie, I said, what do you think about this burqa catwalk contest? And she looked at me with this the face... I've never seen her make a face like this. She looks at me and she says, "What's wrong with you?" That's all she said. She goes, "Seriously, Michael, what is wrong with you?" And she wasn't joking.
Yeah.
And I felt kind of foolish. I was like, "What do you mean?"
As you should.
I was like, "What do you mean? Nothing's wrong with me."
No, it's not weird, right?
I'm trying to entertain the audience. And she's all, "They're not going to see it." I'm like, "It's called video." It's called video.
Yeah, for you later.
No,
in the
Patreon.
dungeon room.
Yeah. So look forward to that. The Essence of Andrew next week, the Chili Pepper Challenge, and I want to add the burqa catwalk contest with the ladies of the network. Maybe we can get bombed while we're doing it, because it's going to be very offensive.
It's going to be super offensive.
Are we ready for news, Andrew?
Yeah, screw it. Let's do it.
All right, let's do it.
I ate a bunch of gum.
And now it's time for news with Andrew.
Sucker dicks!
American Airlines flight evacuated due to a bad fart, according to an airport official. An American Airlines flight was evacuated after a sick man broke wind so violently it caused nausea and headaches among his fellow passengers, according to a U.S. airport official.
I thought there was a flight ban for Muslims.
Oh my God.
I don't even understand that.
I don't either.
Joke.
And that's why it's worse.
Next week, the burqa contest.
The airplane had landed at Raleigh-Durham International Airport in North Carolina on the 16th of July at around 4 p.m. when the man passed.
I love how they have to give you like the flight number, the date, the time, all to tell you a report about a guy farting.
Well, here's the thing, because I've heard about
You
this
were interested?
story. I'm going to ruin this whole news bit for Andrew. Apparently, it was not someone's fart. They have recently changed that story to now it was an engine problem causing a smoking, burning smell.
Come on.
Yeah, that's what they're claiming.
And they threw somebody under the bus.
They're trying. You know what's happening is this guy probably got highly embarrassed. He probably threatened to sue unless they retract the report. That's probably what happened.
That's
now,
what I heard.
No, I don't
from
know
Yahoo.
listen, I come from a long line of mechanics. Okay, we're
And
Mexican.
farters.
And guess what? No burning engine ever smells like a fart. Guess what? Burning oil does not smell like open asshole, Thomas. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying, that's what I've heard since then.
Yeah. Guess what? Andrew's also straight.
The result. Fake news. The resulting smell was so noxious that fellow passengers became ill and were rushed off the flight, according to the RDU employee who spoke with CBS South Carolina. The plane was not identified, though it is understood to have been scheduled to land at RDU rather than being diverted.
Can you imagine trying to tell your family or your business meeting why you were delayed?
Yeah, Thomas, hey, you know what? All right, this is your manager speaking. We had a very important meeting, 10 a.m. sharp. We had investors at the table waiting to hear your spiel, and you didn't show up. All you had to do was get on your airplane at what time? It takes 2 hours to get here, and everything should have been fine. What happened?
Mr. Flores, I understand how upset you are, and I'm sorry about this whole contract deal. But
what happened? Because if you don't, if it isn't a good excuse, you're going to get fired.
Well, there was a. Have you ever been in a locker room after burrito night?
With gay men?
Yeah, sure. Let's go with that.
Sure. Yes.
Imagine if Satan himself farted on the plane.
Power poop.
Somebody vomited, sir, and they evacuated us. It was a whole thing.
All right. Well, you know what? I don't believe you.
Okay.
I think you just shoot your pants.
Here's your pink slip.
Terrible bit. Go ahead.
The airport later clarified that there had been a medical issue and that the Wake County Emergency Medical Services had assumed responsibility for the situation. The lack of further information left a number of questions unanswered, including whether the man had boarded the plane in an unwell state or if he became gassy mid-flight.
That's just embarrassing. Nobody has to let off air that badly. There's not one person that can not hold it in. If you needed to hold it in, you can.
If it really was a
what
fart.
do you do on a date? You know, your first date, or you're with someone that you don't fart.
Your asshole becomes Gandalf, and the fart is a Balrog, and you say you shall not pass.
Exactly. You tighten up.
You tighten up and you turn coal into diamonds.
You act like Andrew in prison. You tighten up. Oh, wait. He might, He might say, well, I am in prison.
When in Rome.
Yeah.
American Airlines.
The joke was that Rome is a fellow prisoner.
All right, continue, Andrew.
American Airlines could not confirm the incident. However, in a final
statement... How can you confirm someone farted? We can't confirm that Juan farted, but everyone around him was dropping dead.
Our official asshole checker was out sick that day.
It's like a Geiger counter for farts. You get out there with one of those. Come here. We
just screams red the second you open the plane door.
In a statement, an official said that there was a plane at RDU that had been taken out of service due to a bad odor, but denied that this was a consequence of past gas.
What did he fucking eat?
We're picking up high traces. Hold on.
Sir, this is off the fucking charts. I don't know what to say.
We're picking up high traces of fart.
My suit is melting.
Go ahead, Andrew.
They said, we did have an aircraft from Charlotte.
Oh, hold on. I think Thomas is farting right now.
Oh, God. It's contagious.
They said, we did have an aircraft from Charlotte to RDU this afternoon that landed at 2:19 p.m. Eastern Time.
Oh, farting is coming through again. Oh, wait, that's just Andrew's funk.
And arrived at the gate at 2:12 p.m. Eastern Time. That is currently out of
I think
service.
we're going to have David wear like a radiation suit when he goes in there with a camera.
I think whoever's the last sniff is going to need that suit.
Yeah, I think we should get him one of those classic, the thing that Marty McFly wore when he was doing the plutonium with Doc.
Yeah.
Like, I think we should get David one of those and have him wear that.
Bobby, let us know how much that is. Look into it for us.
Go ahead.
They continued to say that the issue was not due to past gas as mentioned. The Times referred into this statement do not coincide with those made by the RDU official, however, only compounding the confusion surrounding the alleged Trump. And last month, the lifeless body...
All right, what else we have in the news? This is getting very tiresome. I don't how long of a story can you actually have on a man passing gas?
It's a slow
That
news
was the
day.
longest news article I think we've ever had.
Yeah, well, what about a woman lighting up a boyfriend on fire?
Nah.
No. What? Use her urine to put out flames.
Start that whole
There we go.
fucking the stroke you just had over again.
A woman lit a boyfriend on fire, used urine to put out the flames, according to the police.
That's hot.
A Pennsylvania woman was
Do you
nabbed.
think she would want to be part of the Burqa contest?
Jesus.
Just wondering.
She's got to ask permission from R. Kelly first.
Ugh.
A Pennsylvania woman was nabbed after cops say she lit her boyfriend on fire.
Listen, Andrew, if you want to be funny, don't try to be funny.
Yeah,
He just
be
snapped
funny.
his own joke. Like he's on Sex in the fucking City.
What did he do?
He snapped his
No,
own
I tried to brush it out of the way.
Yeah.
To move forward.
Brush what? The air?
Are you a gay black woman? Are you like is that what are you a black woman? Is what I meant.
Well, no, he's still gay
Did
regardless.
he just snap it out of there like
Yeah. Girl.
Jesus, Andrew. I hope the camera got that. Was the camera on him?
Yes, it was.
Oh, thank God.
Check the tapes.
Move on, girlfriend.
And see what he was trying to, quote, push out of the way.
A Pennsylvania woman was nabbed after cops say she lit her boyfriend on fire and then used her urine to put out the blaze.
It's part of R. Kelly's crew.
Leah Ann Sapelic, age 38,
Guilty.
allegedly set her beau ablaze early Sunday following a heated argument in the basement of her parents' Penn Hills home, according to the CBS Pittsburgh. The woman doused her boyfriend, who was not identified, in gasoline before using a lit cigarette to ignite the blaze, police said. Penn Hills Police Chief Howard Burton says Sapeliak then threw at least 2 buckets of urine on him.
Well, where'd she have it?
Keep breathing.
She keeps it in storage.
Oh, that's a trooper.
Keep breathing.
The couple had been urinating into buckets as not to disturb their
Jesus
parents.
Christ.
What backwoods hillbilly meth house do you live in where using the toilet at age 38...
Wait, hold on. They were using buckets for the bathroom?
They were using buckets not to disturb her parents because they're living with her parents even though she is 38.
It's New Florida law.
Oh, jeez. What backwoods home are you living in?
Andrew, you live with your parents.
I do.
Do you have to shit in a bucket?
I do not.
He chooses to. It's a separate issue.
Yeah, I keep my cat litter box and I just use it as a secondary.
All right.
It is unclear what the couple was fighting about prior to the blaze, but Sapeliak told police anger sparked the bizarre encounter.
Really?
What level of anger do you have to do in order to set someone on fire and then pour urine on them? What level of anger?
Forgot to take out the trash level of anger. I don't know. But I hate stupid bullshit questions like that where it's like, well, what caused this? I was mad. Well, no fucking shit. You were
Listen,
mad.
I've never been that mad to where I lit anybody on fire. I mean, I wanted to light the dude on fire that asked me to take a picture of him at the gym. But did I?
You didn't have your urine ready.
If I had urine in my bottle instead of water, then I might have chosen
R.
to do.
Kelly carries a bottle of urine with him just for these events.
Oh.
That's for a different reason.
All right, what else do we have in the news, Andrew? Please, let's continue.
A woman was found dangling from the U.S.-Mexico border fence near Nogales.
Oh.
The
You
US
get in?
Well, let's find out, shall we? United States Border Patrol agents found a 37-year-old Mexican woman dangling from the border fence east of Nogales on Saturday night.
Guilty.
Trying to get in.
The agents saw 2 human smugglers attempting to lower the woman into the U.S. from Mexico using
crane and pulley system.
using a harness and a hoist rope.
Because the catapult was broken.
They were using tamale husks. They're like,
Just tie them together.
Just give them a braid, it'll be fine. When agents approached, the woman attempted to climb back over the fence into Mexico from the Arizona side of the fence, but the smugglers left her hanging.
Like a
officials
piñata.
said.
wait, they were really trying to bring her over the fence by a pulley system?
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. Those little Mexicans.
They're so They're so ingenuitive.
Yeah.
The woman was suspended approximately 15 feet above the ground.
I'm
officials
surprised they
said.
didn't like catapult her over like it was a Game of Thrones episode.
How high was she from the ground?
15 feet.
That's, I think, legal height for a piñata. I think, I could visualize the Border Patrol agents go, hey, get the sticks. Get
Jesus.
the sticks.
Jesus.
What else did it say?
Border Patrol agents contacted the Nogales Fire Department, which safely lowered the woman from the fence. The woman was not injured, but was processed for
This is
immigration
what we can look
violations.
forward to when they build that wall.
Mm-hmm.
All they'll do is start making a pulley system to hang people over.
Just free piñatas.
Trebuchets and
Yeah.
the whole thing.
Yeah. It's a whole new trend they're going to be doing. You heard of planking? Well, this is piñata-ing. You're going to see a bunch of Mexicans
That's
dangling from the
terrible.
wall.
And then the candy falls out of her ass.
Oh. Oh,
If you hit her,
All right,
if you hit her hard enough, the candy will fall out along with other stuff.
all right. What else do we have in the news, Andrew?
15 pounds of frozen Italian sausage crashes down on a family's roof.
Sounds like something you would like to happen.
that a
Sausage
euphemism?
landing on your head. He's all, that's a good day.
Yeah, free
15
sausage.
pounds of sausage is flopping on my
for
face.
me.
That's a buffet for Andrew.
This is like manna from the heavens. Go ahead.
A South Florida family is perplexed after recently waking up to a loud thud, only to find that the mysterious sound was several packages of frozen Italian sausage. It was like thunder, and it awakened me out of a sleep, Travis Adair said. Adair said he and his family were awakened on Saturday morning by a loud thud on the roof of their Deerfield Beach home. We got up, found 2 packages of sausage on our side yard, and then we were like, okay, well, we got to go on the roof and check to see if we'll find any more of this stuff, Austin Adair said. Sure enough, there were 3 more packages of Italian pork sausage. A total of 15 pounds of sausage was found in bags marked Willem Land Service, a land clearing company in Alabama. The homeowners were baffled about how the sausage ended up on their roof, so their son, Austin Adair, called the company. I called them, and the guy said he had no idea what I was talking about.
Why do you even care enough? I'm like, wow, this is stupid.
Here's the thing.
Move
How is
on.
this news?
Yeah.
Because
Because we're covering it.
if a package landed on your roof, regardless of its contents, and would you think to call
No.
your local fucking news station?
I'd probably shrug. I'm like, wow, how'd that happen?
All right, this is mine now.
I'd move
and
a-
I'd go on with my fucking day because I have a job to
Yeah.
go to.
What else do we have in the news, Andrew?
Sure. What about a woman risking her life to have the world's biggest hips?
Oh, right. That sounds very sexy.
Not like you think.
This
Oh.
Pennsylvania woman is determined to have the world's biggest hips,
All
even
right.
if it ends up killing her, according to a report.
Like, she wants to have like a big old booty?
Click the picture.
I don't want to.
Click it.
Can someone post it in Invasion Force? Post in the Invasion Force on Facebook, somebody.
Bobby Joe Westley, age 43, of New York, already has hips that measure 95 inches, but she has her sights set on the current world record of 99 inches, held by Mikkel Ruffinelli of Los Angeles. Barcroft
Oh,
Media
wait,
reported.
she's just a really overweight lady?
Yep.
Jesus, and she wants to get bigger?
Yep.
Wow. That's pretty sad. Go ahead.
My
No.
hips are what makes me unique, she told the news
That's
outlet.
not it.
And her
It's
hips
what-
don't lie as well. Go ahead.
It's what makes me, me. Her supersized hips have earned her an instant online fame with worldwide fans buying and trading her pictures.
Why? Why, people? Why are you helping this woman kill herself? Would you give somebody, if someone's an alcoholic or a drug addict, would you continue to give them cocaine and beer?
Do I hate them?
My point is would we celebrate that? No. No, we wouldn't. So why are we allowing this woman and congratulating her and making her pictures go viral?
Because this is America.
Go ahead, Andrew.
She has even arranged crushing sessions for her biggest fans. Who pay to have the curvaceous woman sit on them and squash them.
I'm sensing a new Rain Man bit. I think we should hire her for Andrew. Have her squish Andrew.
It needs to be a dude then.
Yeah. Would you a crushing bit if a guy sat on you?
No.
What if it was Thomas? What if I made Thomas gain 100 pounds?
Oh, nope. He didn't say no then.
He just...
It was a funny...
He went straight to... Ooh.
Thomas.
No.
Okay, wait, hold on. David, was the camera on him when he
It
did
was
that?
on Andrew.
Good, because his face was sheer gay.
Uh-huh.
A little light bulb went on,
It was funny.
and I think his dick moved.
Yeah.
Because he had a weird face.
I almost knocked the lamp over.
I'm a little uncomfortable.
We need to have Andrew
Every
Cam
time.
on him constantly because it is getting really more creepier as the shows
He does
go
need
on.
his own
Thomas,
camera.
if I pay you to gain weight, will you gain weight and then sit
No.
on Andrew?
No.
Do it for the network. Do it for the people.
Do it for your boner. No.
Do it for me. God, someday I'm gonna get, and I'm gonna make sure.
I swear to God, if I ever go missing, look at Andrew first.
I'm gonna set it up. I think I'm going to set this up.
What?
I'm gonna go out, all of us out on a Rain Man night. I'm gonna make sure you're drunk. I'm gonna make sure Andrew's drunk, and then I'm gonna leave you guys alone. And we're all gonna be in it.
Oh,
We're gonna all
God.
be in on it, all of us.
Except me, apparently.
And I'm gonna talk to Randy and see if it's okay with her. I'm like, hey, listen, let's all do it. Let's all just leave
she's
them
such
alone.
a big fan of the show. She would sell me out in a
I
heartbeat.
know she would.
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
When we did our movie review.
Okay, so we're gonna do that. That's gonna be the next bit that Andrew and Thomas won't be privy to.
No.
I'll announce it on Twitter when it's about to happen. I'll go live on Facebook Live, and you'll be able to witness it.
Will that give
Thomas
me a
and
class
Andrew.
action lawsuit?
Either that, no, it's you're a big adult, you're a big man, an adult, consenting adult.
Can you
If
stream?
you drink and you stay alone with Andrew and something happens, guess what?
Did you hear what he just asked?
What? What did
you
you say?
stream porn.
Oh,
I like that he's not arguing at all.
No, he is full blown into this now.
Yeah. And he wants you to gain 100 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Radio has changed our lives, and that's what they say.
Hey, don't go anywhere because when we get back, you're going to have the very first autistic, no talent post show with Andrew. He's going to wrap up everything we talked about today in about 10 to 15 minutes. So hang in. We'll be right back.
Thank you for listening to The Rain Man Show with your host, Michael Flores, with hosts Tony Sabal and Thomas Cowley, Andrew Spindler with the news, audio guru Dustin Lucas, produced by Michael Flores and Dustin Lucas. The Rain Man Show is a Cazador Productions and Rain Man Digital broadcast production. For all things Rain Man, go to rainmanshow.com.
Money got nothing in my pocket.
Welcome to the first episode of the Rain Man wrap-up show.
No.
No? What are we
What
calling
is it called?
The Autistic Hour.
No. God damn it. The Rain Man Autistic Wrap-Up Show.
There we go. The Rain Man
With
Autistic.
Andrew.
With Andrew. But it's not just me. Welcome to the first episode of the Rain Man Autistic Wrap-Up Show.
God damn it.
Did I still fuck it up?
No, you're just off to a terrible start.
Yeah.
So what
Well, this is-
happened?
What happened in the show? Well, first off, we came back with a little bit of Game of Thrones hype that I'm kind of disappointed we didn't hear the audio from the stuff's happening over
Focus
there.
on the goddamn show.
my God. Jesus Christ.
I was kind of disappointed that we didn't hear audio of the DJ hyping up Game of Thrones itself.
Because it's a local thing, he's probably not wanting to. Because
fair.
I almost guarantee I know these people personally.
Oh, it was local.
Yeah.
Oh, I had
Do
no
you
idea.
not pay attention?
Thomas, remember? Autistic.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I know.
that's
Tony's
fine.
here to like help reel
That's
in the
fine.
vortex a little bit because I will get sucked down this fucking rabbit hole.
This is going to be like herding kittens, only
Anyway,
autistic kittens.
We're already off to a bad start.
That's
So
great.
start with what else fucking happened on the show.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead, Andrew.
Big news, of course, us being on iHeart Radio, as well as streaming at FM quality at 128 kilobits per second.
Why is that?
Because of syndication things.
Potential.
We have things
Yes.
in the pipeline, or rather, they're going to be in the pipeline.
They're in the pipeline. That's why it's been switched.
That's fine.
The Alaskan pipeline.
Not that one. Damn it.
So hopefully, the Rain Man invasion force is going to explode with the new fans from across the country as well as across the globe.
Potentially, yeah. We heard a little bit about Mike's altercations at the gym, which I don't know where the hell he goes to the gym, but it is apparently a den of sexual deviants and thieves.
What kind of gym is this?
I think that I know the gym that he goes to.
Say a name.
I do. No.
It's like, when I stalk him, he usually stops between this location and this location.
No, because I think it's the same chain of gyms that I go to, that I used to go to, rather.
Buns and thighs.
Yes, just nothing but leg action.
I didn't know Mike's going to a gay gym.
Yeah. No, but I don't think that photo encounter is like out of place anymore.
It's odd. It's still weird if you don't know the person at all.
Sure.
And especially for somebody like Mike. He's not going to... Don't ask him things.
No, for sure. For sure. But
he has a hard enough time not breaking equipment.
This is true.
Or not staring at other people.
The R. Kelly allegedly holding 6 women in a cult as well.
Now, you and Mike differed on opinions on this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Quite
you're
a
of
bit.
the mind of it is actually a cult versus Mike and I were of the mind that these are grown people with a weird sexual fetish.
Right. And normally that would be, I would just be on board with that entirely. But since I know,
R.
I
Kelly?
follow, yes, I'm trapped in the closet right there with him. But since I know cults and I like, it's something that's fascinating to me.
As you say, are you a part of one?
No, I'm not Mormon anymore.
Oh, Jesus.
No, but
you can hear your difference of opinion on that one in
right.
the show.
Absolutely. And I think that it comes from just my fascination with cults and with like serial killers and stuff like that. That
you go
everything,
to a dark place. Your world is weird.
Yeah.
What else?
But I just feel for the show, let's see, Ed Sheeran deleting his Twitter account after Game of Thrones criticism. What exactly was the criticism? Were they just
criticism
bashing
was
him?
that they didn't like his cameo, whether it was because he was on the show or because it broke immersion for people. They didn't like it. And Ed Sheeran has gone on publicly record saying that he does not like social media. He usually can't handle it. He said before that like one bad tweet will ruin your day, which to my thinking then why the fuck did you go on the most popular and most pirated show and think you were just going to get 100% jolly good feelings? You are a grown man, dude. Either don't listen to what these people say or don't do the show.
Oh, I do like what they did with his character, though. They made him a mummer, essentially, and they made him sing a song, which it's a pretty big deal in the books, right? But it's new.
It's a song.
Yeah.
That's not the issue. The issue is more the close-up shot.
But here's the thing. Back in season 3 or 4 with the Purple Wedding, friggin' Sigur Rós was front and center.
Yes, but here's the thing. Unlike those other cameos, because the band Mastodon has been on as well.
Coldplay's been in.
They have been in spots where it's not obvious that that's who they are. There's not a glamour shot of them. You barely see the wildlings that are the Mastodon members. You barely register the band members at the Purple Wedding. But this was a full-on glory
I disagree
shot.
entirely.
That was a headshot for his next acting
For
spot.
sure.
That's bullshit.
But they've
Don't
done it
do
before.
that.
They've done it before.
Don't do it, period. And that's the problem. You have to expect to get some criticism, especially, as Mike said, this world of trolls we live in currently. You should have prepared for that.
They've done it before,
sure.
but it was gratuitous. Wouldn't you think so?
I think that's the bigger issue, that people didn't like
I enjoyed it.
that shot.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was...
You enjoy Ed Sheeran?
No, I hate his guts.
Actually.
No,
What?
I hate his guts.
He's lying.
Yeah, he's keeping it at bay.
Lying. Yeah, don't worry about it.
You couldn't keep it at bay the whole fucking show, though, could you?
I tried. I tried to distance myself from the pre-break Andrew, but it just came right back. I wanted it to be Andrew 2.0.
No, it's not about that. It's about the fact that you got all bonered up with the idea of me being involved in some weird sexual desire that you, in order for you to, if you guys have not heard the show, listen to the show and you will hear exactly what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yes, that's exactly right. Listen to the show and try to figure out where Thomas gets really creeped out.
Yeah.
To the point where, it's almost like a reenactment of Bill Cosby Day.
Oh, God.
Oh, Jesus. No, I think that me taking my break from the network and actually listening to the show and becoming a fan of the show again
Helped your speak and spell ability?
Kind of, sort of. I mean, I still had a huge stroke in the news, but that's just, par for the course.
Hey, it was down to 1. That's improvement, right?
No, it was just fun to, I saw it as a joke from the people that I am fans of. And it made me funny, and I didn't expect a response to it. That was all.
Fair enough.
Plus, you're so dashing.
I hate you so much sometimes.
I want to talk about the American airline flights and the bad farts. So, you are either currently or have been to the gym, right? Are you active in the working out thing? Okay. Don't you fucking laugh at me out there.
Anyway, continue.
Be careful, Thomas. He's setting it up where it can visualize this in his mind. You
just
working
pumping
out,
iron just on the bench press.
Boy.
I'm
right.
spotting and
God.
single drip of sweat.
Okay. Moving on.
Okay, next topic.
What the fuck does that have to do with an airline? This is This is a perfect example of what happened in the show this week. This shit right here.
Okay, but you've taken protein butter, right? I'm trying to I'm talking about, have you ever had a protein fart? Have you had a protein fart?
Okay, little bit of information. I don't like farting in general. I usually hold those demons at bay until I'm in the bathroom. So do with that what you will, you sick weirdo. But
that didn't answer his question regarding whether you taken protein. But
you taking protein, man? You working out lately?
When you take too much protein, just out of your normal time, you get protein farts, right?
We've already vortexed the fucking wrap-up show.
I don't even know why we did the wrap-up show, because this is going to fucking be.
What else? What was the big news that longtime fans have been listening for? Things that we should be doing that we keep saying we'll eventually get around to?
I'm looking forward to the chili pepper challenge.
Yes, we are talking about the challenges that we are.
Yeah.
2 that we've confirmed, 1 that actually has a date, and a 3rd that Mike's workshopping is how I'll put that. The ones that I'll tell you guys, we can tell you guys about right now. Mm-hmm. The Essence of Andrew challenge. You want to describe that one for us?
I do. So apparently 2 years ago at Comic-Con, when we had a booth at Phoenix Comic-Con, I hung out for a bit. Apparently I reeked of ass, and nobody bothered to tell me.
We didn't want to get that close.
Right, that's fine. So, coming up, I will be locked into the ADR room, which will be dubbed thus far as the hot box for the entirety of a show. And every now and then, people can draw straws and sniff my pits.
Yeah. There's no air conditioning in there.
Yeah.
There is no sight of Andrew, which will be a nice little change for us. And then we're going to have to draw straws. The last person who has to go has to smell the worst. So that'll be fun next week.
Oh.
So stay tuned for our next week episode of The Rain Man Show, right here on Rain Man Digital.
Warning, you are approaching the Andrew Vortex.
Look at all those movie stars, they're all so beautiful.
Andrew, shut up.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!